Have you ever wondered why Christmas feels so magical for some people, while others get stressed just thinking about it? What if you could uncover the traditions, history, and simple strategies that make the season truly special and enjoy it without the chaos? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Welcome to HowExpert Tip of the Day, where we bring you real-world tips from our how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. If you want to learn even more in-depth strategies, examples, and techniques on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to Christmas, available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. At its heart, Christmas is about more than just gifts and decorations. It's a celebration steeped in history, tradition, and personal meaning that brings families and communities together. But with so many traditions, commercial pressures, and expectations, it can feel overwhelming. Today, we'll break down what Christmas really is, why it matters, and key ways you can make the holiday season memorable, joyful, and meaningful. Let's start with the first key point: understanding the origins of Christmas. While many associate it solely with Santa Claus and tree decorating, Christmas has deep historical and cultural roots. Originally a Christian holiday celebrating the birth of Jesus, it also absorbed traditions from winter solstice festivals, medieval customs, and local folklore over centuries. Knowing this history enriches your appreciation for the season and gives context to the traditions you practice today. For example, the Christmas tree originated in Germany and was later popularized in Britain and America, symbolizing life and hope during the winter months. Remember, learning where traditions come from makes them feel more meaningful, not just routine. The second point is the power of traditions. Traditions are the backbone of the holiday experience. They provide continuity, comfort, and connection. This could be baking cookies with family, attending a church service, or watching a favorite holiday movie. One family might decorate the tree together on Christmas Eve, while another may host a neighborhood caroling event. Whatever the tradition, the act of repeating meaningful rituals each year strengthens bonds and creates lasting memories. Tip: even small, simple traditions can have a big emotional impact. Next, let's talk about giving with intention. Christmas is often seen as the season of gift giving, but thoughtful giving goes beyond buying the most expensive item. The best gifts reflect care, understanding, and personal connection. For instance, instead of rushing to buy a generic present, consider making something handmade, planning a shared experience, or giving something that fulfills a genuine need. The joy of giving intentionally often outweighs the thrill of material extravagance. Insight, quality, and thoughtfulness always beat quantity. Fourth, managing holiday stress is crucial. Between shopping, cooking, hosting, and family obligations, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Setting realistic expectations and prioritizing self-care can transform your experience. For example, creating a schedule for tasks, delegating responsibilities, or simply taking 15 minutes of quiet reflection each day can make a huge difference. Remember, a calm and present mindset allows you to enjoy moments you might otherwise miss. The fifth point is creating meaningful experiences, not just festive decor. Decorations, lights, and parties are fun, but the memories you make are what truly endure. Activities like storytelling, volunteering, or holiday crafts for kids turn ordinary days into cherished moments. One inspiring example is a family that chooses one night each December to drive around and admire Christmas lights while sharing hot chocolate and stories. Tip: focus on shared experiences that deepen relationships rather than just appearances. Sixth, embracing cultural diversity enhances your holiday. While Christmas traditions are widely recognized, different cultures bring unique practices that can enrich your celebration. From Latin American posadas to Scandinavian Yule Bore feasts, exploring other customs can broaden your perspective and add new layers of joy. Even small gestures like trying a new recipe or learning a festive song from another culture can make the season feel more inclusive and special. Insight: diversity in celebration fosters connection and understanding. Seventh, giving back and cultivating gratitude. The holiday season is the perfect time to focus on generosity and reflection. Volunteering at a local shelter, donating to charities, or performing acts of kindness spreads joy beyond your immediate circle. Coupled with moments of gratitude, like sharing what you appreciate with loved ones, you create a positive ripple effect. Tip: pairing giving with gratitude magnifies the emotional rewards for both you and others. Here's a short story that ties these ideas together. A neighborhood family wanted to make their Christmas unforgettable without spending a fortune. They researched traditions from their heritage, created a schedule for decorating and baking together, gave each other meaningful gifts, volunteered at a local shelter, and ended each day sharing what they were grateful for. By blending history, traditions, thoughtful giving, stress management, meaningful experiences, cultural awareness, and gratitude, they transformed the holiday from a hectic checklist into a season of joy, connection, and reflection. So, to recap, understanding Christmas history gives context, traditions create continuity, intentional giving fosters connection, managing stress allows presence, meaningful experiences create memories, cultural diversity enriches celebration, and giving back spreads joy. Together, these elements show that Christmas isn't just about external festivities. It's about cultivating joy, gratitude, and togetherness. Here's the mic drop line to remember. Christmas is more than a day on the calendar. It's a feeling you create with intention, love, and presence. For even more tips, techniques, and practical examples on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to Christmas, available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. HowExpert publishes how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. Visit howexpert.com to learn more.